lubricant and oil market is complex and competitive. In this crowded space, Indian Oil Corporation's brand Servo rules the roost. Servo currently enjoys nearly 30% of overall market share and boasts an annual sales turnover of around $74 billion. Let's take a closer look at the superbrand that is driving our vehicles in more ways than one.
They are a necessity, a prized possession, and even a style statement. We are referring to our cars and SUVs, which help us get from place to place comfortably. And one of the companies that's been fueling our love for cars is Indian Oil. As India's flagship national oil company, Indian Oil has been fulfilling the country's energy needs since 1959.
In 1971 war, which India has fought, the experience that the Indian armed forces are meted with by the then existing multinational oil companies for meeting the lubrication requirements of various defense equipment is not all that satisfactory. Then Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas entrusted the job of import substitution and indigenization of lubricant technology, especially for defense services, to Indian Oil R&D.
India's brand leader in the lubricants category, Servo has captured the hearts and minds of Indian consumers for decades now. A pioneer in introducing technologically advanced products, Servo has been a front-runner in the lubricants category.
Servo was launched by Indian Oil Corporation on Independence Day of 1972. Since then it has seen many ups and downs. Initially, with the help of the Government of India, pre-liberalization, it had the support of all public sector and government units that helped us to retain number one position. After liberalization in 1992, we have been able to retain our position because of the competitiveness Servo has given to the market in spite of having 40 multinationals in India today. Servo has the confidence of all the institutional customers as well as retail market in a very large way. That's how the Servo has continued to become number one lubricant even today.
The brand has evolved over the years, and one of the first changes that it incorporated was in its packaging. Initially, Servo was packaged in metal containers, but realizing the need to offer leak-proof packages, the brand shifted to plastic containers, all in a bid to increase attractiveness and efficacy. Today, Servo is selling more than 4,000 formulations and 1,600 grades of lubricants in these packages.
We started with metal containers way back in the 70s, and as time went by, we also switched over from metal to plastics, and there has been a continuous effort to make the containers better, in the sense make it leak-proof, make it tamper-proof, make it attractive, make it easily handleable by the customers. A lot of new features have been introduced. We have been upgrading the dies. We are using virgin plastics, and we are using now very high-tech caps, bi-molded caps, where you have two types of plastics molded together, which are very difficult to duplicate. As the proliferation of vehicles started, we also started making containers, and the number of grades also multiplied to be able to meet the requirements of these varied types of vehicles which are in use today.
Right from the 1980s, Servo has been a champion in advertising its products. With changing times, it took forward its tagline of "Add Servo, Add Life" to showcase how everything Servo touches comes to life.
Add Servo, add life.
The earliest ads we started was when we started, increasing the level of performance of these oils. And a very old campaign we had was Servo ZSH. And that time also there was this, car in a cap. inside the cab there used to be some code, and if you were a lucky person you got that, so you would get a car as a gift. I think those were one of the earliest campaigns. And then of course Ad Servo, Ad Life was I think in the mid-90s, and it was carried on for a long time because it's covered the entire spectrum.
Keeping pace with the increasing demand, Servo also expanded its sales channel from the year 2000. Earlier the product was marketed only through petrol pumps, but now there is a robust distribution network to support its sale even in far-off parts of the country.
Prior to 2000, we used to market our product directly through our petrol pumps, which are almost spread throughout the country. But 2001 corporation taken a decision to do the restructuring of entire lube marketing. Based on that, we had appointed Servo Stockist Automotive, Servo Stockist Industrial, as well as Grameen Servo Stockist for catering to the Grameen market. We almost have today 440 stockist network, including SSA, SSI and GSS, and we also have a mass infrastructure of carrying and forwarding agent CFAs for storing and delivering the product. We have today almost 38 CFAs spread throughout the countries. They are one of the best in the infrastructure available in the country today for storing and handling lubricants.
Having expanded its sales network, Servo also focused on its brand placement in the Indian market.
Poor guy. What's his name?
पुष्पिंदर।
एक मिनट क्यों? पुष्पिंदर को जाने दो। Happy birthday, Pushpinder.
Who told you मेरा नाम पुष्पिंदर है? I'm समीर।
क्यों? आ गई तुम्हारी इंडियन ऑयल की ट्रेन?
To elephants carrying Servo to remote corners in the country, the creative genius in their advertisements helped the brand establish a personal connect with its target audience.
As possible.
We wanted to highlight the need for proper lubrication, not only for care of your vehicle but also for giving you the better mileage, giving reduced emissions. There are certain campaigns which strike a chord and it remains with you. One was on dependability of Indian Oil, and there was this TVC of lubricants and oil being reached on elephant back in the northeast. So that was a very, very successful campaign, and it registered very well with the audience.
With a vast portfolio of lubricants that cater to a number of industries including automotive, industrial and marine, the Research and Development Center has been the brand's backbone. Established in 1972, it has grown to deliver groundbreaking results in the fields of lubricant technology, refining process, biofuels and fuel-efficient appliances.
We started basically with lubricating oil formulations, and over the years we have added many aspects to our research. You call it refining technology, you call it nanotechnology, biotechnology, and of course we have expanded in our lubricating oil technology also. So today I don't think anywhere in the world you have a R&D center where research is going on under one roof in a single campus. So we can do many interdisciplinary research here, and in times to come I think our stature is going to become even bigger.
Not only is Servo India's #1 lubricant brand, it is also spreading its wings to other nations. Today, Servo lubricants are exported to 27 countries around the world.
We are almost today in 27 countries. We are exporting Servo lubricants either directly or through our subsidiaries which are there at IOC Middle East Dubai, Lanka IOC at Colombo, as well as IndianOil Mauritius Limited in Mauritius. We have around 10 distributors spread across all these countries, and from there we supply lubricants both for retail as well as institutional market. Recently we have commissioned and launched Servo lubricants in Saudi Arabia. This is the first of its entry of Indian Oil itself in Saudi Arabia for marketing any petroleum product.
An amalgamation of unmatched quality, continuous innovation and innovative marketing strategies, Servo is the super brand to reckon with.
Will that